Hello and welcome to Caravan Salon. There's 17 halls full of motorhomes, camper vans and caravans here. And here in this hall, this is where we have Weinsberg. It's a company belonging to Knaus. And this is one of their new vehicles here. I shall tell you what it costs. 87,300 Caraloft. It's a Caraloft Ford 650 Meg. It is on a Ford Transit. It's 7 meters long, and it looks like this. Got a German layout in the back. We've got storage below, and we've got storage at the back. A little bit, well, they put nets in the storage on two of these three cubby holes. Over there, I suppose in that one you could keep your mobile phone at night, because it does have a USB and a 230 volt. Here we've got a domestic fridge, and here we've got two burners and a sink. Now, the people say to me that two burners isn't enough. Many vans don't have the possibility of using three burners, even when there's three burners, because they're so close together. Although in recent years that has actually stopped, so the space between burners is getting larger. Now, sink over the toilet. You might think, well, that's not a very good idea, is it? Yeah, probably not. But anyway, so if I pull this thing here up, which you might be able to see, pull that up and move the thing across like that, that's as far as it will go. Then I've got access to the toilet, so I can open up the seat. I can open up this. Oh dear. Now this how it does move around. Ooh, this will move around. Can I open it up? No, I can't. See it. So it's all right if you're going to sit down to use the toilet. As incidentally, I saw some statistics on this, and it seems that many males actually do this in Germany. I think there was many males doing it in Germany anyway. Can't remember the country it was now. But anyway, actually there is some sense in actually sitting down. Like, tell you to do it in the coach, for example, if you're a male. Well, I'll leave that though for whenever I do a subject on how to urinate. For those that don't know. Storage below. Doesn't have a flat floor. Don't like that. I like a flat floor. Now, it does say that you can have option of Aldi warm water heating. I'd say it's probably cost a fortune. There's space there for a television, which is optional. I mean, when I say optional, means it's more money. So, True iNet X ready, and here that's a space for your Aldi heating panel. It also says down here that you can have a lithium battery as an option, and you don't have to get it from Weinsberg, but I really suggest anybody who's going to be using it off-grid ought to use a lithium battery. Now, note that there's a number of vehicles here on the Ford basis. The advantage with the Ford is that it's a really easy drive. I really liked the Ford Transit. This is a integrated motorhome, so you can see the front of it is not from the original equipment manufacturer. The thing is, these things cost a lot more money. This thing, for example, with a German layout at the back, is going to cost 97,000 euros. So overcab model. So in the overcab above, it's a place you can actually sleep up there. They used to get really stuffy, but I think with modern ones it's not so bad. The advantage with the overcab though is that it creates a lot of extra space. Now here they're trying to put 4 people in here. In some models this you can lift this up, and this is one of them. You can lift this up. In others I've noticed it doesn't necessarily work. They've even made a little space up there, so you can use the space above the drawers here for I don't know, whatever you take to bed with you, beer or something, your mobile phone to charge. So I think that's a good sign. Large table. We've got here 3 burners and a sink. German bed layout at the moment. It's two beds which can be joined. Fridge on the left, and here inside you have a toilet and shower with an awful shower curtain which will stick to you when you wash yourself. So I'd get rid of that, in my opinion. At the back, we've got a genius who's actually set this up. They put some cups on that ledge. As soon as the thing moves, well, maybe not as soon as the thing moves off, as soon as you try driving down a motorway in Italy, those cups will fall on the bed, and as long as they don't fall on top of each other, because it's a bed, they won't break. But anyway, you could of course spend hours of entertainment trying to get the bits of glass and porcelain out your bed. So that sounds like something you can do on your holidays. The opportunity for storage here was lost by not putting covers on these at the top where the storage is. Window on that side, window on the other side, like the curtains. I also like the indirect lighting. Of course, you know, lots of things are it's a matter of opinion, what people like and what they want. So different things appeal to different people. So here we see a larger vehicle with the overcab. Now the overcab actually does burn more fuel. I need to point that one out. It's not very aerodynamic. Here we've got a motorhome. It's got this lump there. That lump is for a bed which is in the roof and will drop down, usually electronically. This one hasn't got a lump in the roof, so that indicates that there isn't a bed, or probably isn't a bed in the roof. It doesn't always mean to say if there is no lump, that there's no bed. This is a smaller vehicle which has just been introduced. Now you see here various base vehicles which you didn't see in years gone by. So you've got Ford, we've got Citroen, we've got VW down here. This excursion vehicle is really odd, and there'll be a queue waiting to get in because it is odd, but you can see it because I filmed it in different videos. And so you've got the VW Bully at the front, and they've built the motorhome onto the back. You've got this pop-up bit at the top which goes up, so it's a very low normally, just over 2 meters in height, but then it goes up to the length it is now. So that's what that'll be about. That'll be over 3 meters, I think, or something like that. But anyway, there's plenty of standing height inside. However, you know, it's a tent, and so it's okay. You can use it in summer, but nothing else. That tent is no thicker than the pollard, the fleece I'm wearing right now, and obviously you can heat it, but so it saves space. Yeah, I agree, but if you've got an underground garage or something, you want to have a motorhome. Yeah, it really does make sense. You wouldn't be able to park that thing over there in an underground garage, for example. It depends how wide the underground garage was, but most of them you wouldn't be able to park there in. So from that point of view, I can see the logic. Also, it's got a 10-year water ingress guarantee. That's a 10-year guarantee that water won't ingress, but I don't know if that includes the tent or not. So I can see that, you know, it gets damp in the morning. It might even be raining. It has been known to rain, and you can imagine that getting wet, and you have to put the thing down. Then what happens? Does it get mouldy? Does it? Don't know. I'm just pointing these things out, the potential problems of something of this nature. But I do congratulate those for thinking outside of the box and actually producing something along these lines. You'll have a walk further down. I do like to say, if you want to see something in more detail, I'll film it. Of course, by the time I get anywhere, then by the time this goes up, I'll have left. Here, we'll go on this one. Cara Compact 600 meg. So it's got the German layout at the back. You've got storage here. You can see under the bed. Could do with the light in there, which one I would expect. It's a vehicle. It's costing around 85,000 euros. And same sort of storage here. Got the fridge. I'll open the fridge up for you if I can. Thetford fridge. Got a brand. And here, got the toilet. And this one has this sink thing here again, but this time it doesn't come with a curtain. It comes with a plastic thing here, which won't stick to your body when you get wet. Unless you sort of heat it up to about whatever plastic melts at. Got 3 burners here. Sink, drawers below. And aluminium handles. Oh, that's quite nice actually, that's quite large. This one comes with a Dometic aircon unit. There's your optional television in place, and you can sit down here and watch the television. Turn that chair around as well. See, this is on a Fiat. This is the new Fiat, well, Fiat 8, and I don't even know if it's new anymore. Well, it's not. It's 2 years old. There's now a Fiat 9. Right, here's a good thing here. See, this Caravan Compact, it's only 220 centimeters wide, and this is another thing I think people need to consider. It's not the length which is difficult, but it's the width, which needs to be considered when one drives a motorhome. So we'll go in here. This thing here is going to cost 75,000 euros and is 675 centimeters in length. German layout, to me doesn't look narrow from that point of view. It's all optical, of course. In a way, it's very much in your mind. Cartago around what 2020, I think it was, or 2021, introduced a system whereby the front angled it at the front, so it didn't make you think you had a wide vehicle at the back. I thought that was a really clever idea. So there you go. You can see that, you know, most motorhomes are really sort of modular, if you like, because they've got bits. Some bits are all the same as in others, but they sort of mix them around a bit. So it's like 1, 2, 3. Next one got 2, 1, 3. Next one's got 3, 3, 3, or whatever. Do you understand my idea? Right, here's a Weinsberg edition. We'll have a look at this thing here as well. It's got a wide door. It costs 92,500 and it is 7 meters long. Wide door, but it doesn't have a window in the door. In fact, it's a rather boring door. I think a door is another opportunity to have a window so you can see what's going on, or indeed it's an opportunity to store things like little bags or something like that. Internal width 212 centimeters. Doesn't feel narrow to me. And once more, we've got here, we can see 2 singles, but they can be joined together, and you join them using this unit here. That'll fit in there. Actually, at the moment, because of the way these sheets have been placed on top of it, it's confusing. And there's a piece that comes down here. Can you see that? There's the piece that comes down there, and that will go on top of that. I'm going to push this back so nobody else comes in. In the meantime, breaks it. I usually tidy up the van after I've been in, but when there's other people in the halls, I can't really do that. Here, you can see how the plastic actually this works, and there's the one on this side as well. There you go. So that stops the water going everywhere. It looks a bit flimsy, but I think it's better than a shower curtain. I just I leave everything open, but then again, I don't make a mess. This one's on a Mercedes Caravan Compact 640 meg. It costs more than a non-Mercedes model, but other than that, they're all the same inside. This thing here comes at a cost of 92,000 euros. So for the extra bit of cash, personally, I'd go for a Mercedes. That's if you like Mercedes. If you don't like Mercedes, then you wouldn't. But you see, exactly the same, or more or less exactly the same. Step there, don't like a step there, particularly not in a Mercedes-based motorhome. Should have made a better effort. You see, just to demonstrate that it's exactly the same in here. There's a nice garage. Okay, so there you have it. That is Weinsberg at Weinsberg Motorhomes, because I do camper vans as well, but I haven't shown you the camper vans. Trying to keep the video down to a manageable length. Hope you found that of interest, and thanks so much for being here with me today. It's been nice to actually walk around. I hope you've might have learned something or whatever. I don't recommend Weinsberg as a company. I don't recommend any company that can house, well, except for Morello as a Knaus company, I suppose. But I don't recommend Knaus as a brand at all. All sorts of problems, and the company just does not react. And now every motorhome you buy will have problems. Every single one. No one has taken a motorhome out of a dealer without having problems. It's how the problems then get resolved. These things are made by hand largely. It's not like in a factory which builds cars. I mean, it's all automated. This is hand work. So, and it's that which causes problems later, because okay, people work differently. I mean, if I build anything, it'll fall to bits in no time at all. So that's why I don't work in the motorhome production area. But the thing is, this is the attitude that the company has. It's a management, and I've actually written even to the managing director, and they just couldn't care less. So if you get a company with a managing director doesn't care less, you can be pretty certain that that attitude actually goes further down. It's other than that, there are also problems. But anyway, thanks for watching, and all the best from me in Germany.